Oh my gosh, I am I'm like really freaking out right now. Like my breath is heavy. I'm freaking out. So I had to come on here to record this video. So I put an offer on a property, which I'm going to share with you all the things, like why I put an offer on a property, what my vision is with this property. I'll share with you all the things. Here is where we're at right now. So this property has been on the market over 100 days. I think 111, 13 days. So quite a bit of time. And if you're a real estate agent, you're probably familiar with this process. I'll try to explain it the best that I can. Essentially, it's like a for sale by owner, but the homeowner listed the property on the MLS with a brokerage, like assuming that they just paid some fee just to have it listed on the MLS, but they don't have anyone negotiating for them. It's like as if it legitimately is like a for sale by owner. So the brokerage isn't representing the homeowner, the seller. So I went to go tour this property and I kind of scheduled it on the whim because I was going to be going that way. So I thought, let me just go into this property, do a quick little tour, and I'll explain why in a second. I go in and I'm like, I had low expectations because the property has been on the market for a while. I go into the house, I do a tour, I take a video, and I'm like, this house is perfect. I think it'll work. And I am thinking about it. I wanted John to see it, obviously. So we didn't even get out to the property till like a couple days later. The home is still available. I hadn't even done a pre-approval yet because I just figured I'm probably not gonna have any issues and I'm not in any kind of major rush. Like I had been looking at properties, but unless it felt right, I wasn't gonna put an offer in. So anyways, this lady yesterday, I sent her an offer and I feel like it was quite a fair offer, but it was like my highest and best. But I was like, let's just see what she says. She counters back at me today. The property was originally listed for $450,000 and they reduced it like a while ago. Like once they were around like day 30, they reduced it to $425,000 and I offered $400,000. So she just countered back at me today at $410,000. Now, I mean, we're off by $10,000. Her house has been sitting on the market for so long, way longer than average days on market, and it's just a weird time right now. I just read this article that there's 50% less investors, and this seems like a house that would be good for a short-term rental, and since there are less investors and it has been on the market a while, I think she initially listed it too high. So long story short, we are negotiating this deal. So I'm freaking out right now. I'm gonna think that she's gonna end up accepting it, which is really crazy scary. So what time is it now? It's almost 4 o'clock and I told her that I had presented her my highest and best and that I need to know by 6 p.m. tonight. So freaking out. All right, so let's tell you why I'm interested in this property. I have little Goldie here with me. She's so cute. Yes, she is the prettiest girl. Here's the reason why I'm interested in this property. So I recently, like very recently, got very interested into photography. So I bought an amazing camera, lenses, did the courses, watched all the YouTube videos, inquired with my photography friends, and I started doing some branding shoots and just got really excited about it. And it's been going amazing. The thing is that here in Jacksonville, there just isn't a whole lot of places for photographers to rent to do their shoots, to do their photography in with their clients. There's not a lot of options. Whereas in other cities, like there's this website, for example, called Pure Space, and they have so many awesome places. And I think, like, long story short, like for the type of photos that I want to do for specifically women business owners and real estate agents, like it would be awesome if I was always able to have access to a model home and have it just be us, but that's not realistic. So let's create our own model home. because it'd be great because it has the office, it has the kitchen set up, you have the living room, the door, like all these things that I feel like are pretty crucial with branding photography for real estate agents. I mean, yeah, sure, like we can get lifestyle shots. This place is so great because like we can go to the beach and we can go to Hannah Park, and the Atlantic Beach Town Center is right there, and there's so many cool places outside to take photos. But there's also like restaurants and bars, coffee shop, boutiques and stuff. There is just so much potential with content in the area, and like I could just do all that. But for what I'm wanting to specifically do and what I feel so passionate about is women entrepreneurs. And so I feel like I need this setup. So I will be able to use this space to shoot my own customers. And okay, let me look at this phone because I'm freaking out. That was nothing to do with it. I would use this space to shoot photos for my customers, myself. And I can also rent it out hourly for photographers. So they can book this space and they can get those lifestyle shots for their clients. Even like, you know, branding photography for real estate agents, for other photographers that do that, like this is the perfect space to do that. But you could even do it like with families, so that like families are getting these shots outside, like in parks and stuff, which is great. But what if you had like a beautifully staged home that you could be utilizing the space for? I think could be so perfect. Oh my gosh, this lady. Oh, okay. I was like, okay, she has got to stop blowing me up. Not the seller of the home, this other realtor. Also rent out the space hourly to other photographers. I think I already said that, but I can also Airbnb the property, which I don't even know. Like I've researched Airbnb in the area. I've never done it. So it will be a learning curve for me. If you have any recommendations, let me know. I have a feeling that this lady is gonna accept my offer, and next time I come on here, oh my God, I will be telling you what's happening. I will either be coming on here and saying like, or if I don't get it, I'm not coming on here and you will not see any more of this video. I'll probably like just keep continuously browsing, looking at houses, but there's really no stress behind it as of like having to find somewhere. Other than that, if I do continue with this video, that means I got it. Okay, I'm sorry to be coming at you looking like this, but we are under contract on the house. Oh my gosh, I'm freaking out. Just talking about it, I'm like, oh God. Okay, I have to put this up because I feel like my hands are shaking. I'm freaking out. I'm literally getting hot just thinking about it. Okay, so I told you yesterday how she had countered my offer at $410,000, and I held out strong and I was like, no, the offer that I presented at $400,000, that was my absolute best. So now she has accepted the offer and we're under contract. So we're going back and forth about her choosing a title company. I think I had mentioned that it's technically a for sale by owner, so I am dealing directly with the homeowner and she doesn't have a closing attorney. So I sent that off to her. I scheduled the home inspection for tomorrow. So I'll be bringing you guys out there with me. I'll show you a little behind the scenes. It's currently staged. It looks cute. I definitely have some really fun plans with like feature walls and backdrops and oh my God, just thinking about it now, I'm just like, this is crazy. Okay, so that is where we are at right now. So we did the home inspection. That was yesterday. I went out to the property. I measured the rooms because the bedrooms are really small. So I just wanted to make sure it would work with the bed and some of the other rooms with getting backdrops. Just want to make sure it's enough space too to be able to get the backdrops in there, but to also be able to get the photos of potential clients. Okay, so anyways, I got the report back and it's relatively lengthy. There are some items that are marked in red that are some safety concerns that I most definitely would want to have fixed. And there's a lot of really minor things like adjusting drawers or a lock not working. There was some things though, like it's a brand new dishwasher and it wasn't functioning. Like they said that there wasn't any water coming through, and then the same thing with the washer. So I feel as though something might be up with that. Okay, then also it mentioned on there like the water heater, there was like some incorrect plumbing around that. Like some small things like the hose bib isn't secure and that it's leaking. One of the shower heads was leaking as well. Like it's not major things, but it's also things that I just don't want to do. I don't want to have to call all these different types of people to come out there to do like this many things, but we'll see. So I drafted it up. I have not presented it yet. I'm going to early this afternoon. I'm going to send it over. I wrote down everything that was on the inspection report besides like 4 things. I'm getting quotes and whatnot for the homeowner's insurance and figuring out what my estimated monthly will be with this and how many photographers I'm going to need weekly to be able to just break even. So this certainly isn't something that I'm expecting to make buku money off of. I just think like I feel passionate that it's something that Jacksonville needs. It's exciting. It's a location that I would be able to shoot photos for my clients at, obviously in addition to a lot of other places, but it's just nice to be able to have this. That's where we're at right now, negotiating that, figuring out mortgage rates, who has the best option, lowest fees, working on homeowners insurance quotes and all of that. All right, so I have an update for you. I had shared with you that I got the inspection report. I turned in a repair request and I ended up getting a call from the homeowner. She put me on the phone with her husband, and this is just one thing that I just don't love. And if you're a real estate agent, like you get it. When people are like something along the lines of like, oh, I've been in the business X amount of years, or I've done this before a couple times, or something like that. Like just act as though they are all knowing, I guess you could say. So anyways, I got on the phone with the husband, and although it's listed for sale by owner, he's not a current active real estate agent, but he was saying how he's been in the business he was in the business for 20 years. And, he's familiar with this process. And he was saying how with the current market, he was like, you presented a pretty extensive repair request, and a lot of the items are things that a handyman could do. We don't want to go through the process of like getting quotes and having someone come out and fix these things, et cetera. Like we're more willing to do a credit. And I was thinking like, okay, some of the items, yes, are minimal items a handyman could easily do. They are not deal breakers. But some of the things like doing the piping, there was some issues in piping, like safety issues. Also, like the dishwasher not working, water not coming out, the ice maker not working, the washer not working. There was no clarification on those things. So it's like, oh, and then like the really low water pressure and some leaks, like those were more so the items that I was concerned with, and there was no clarification on that. He had said like he would have to hire someone to come out and assess those, and I'm like, that's what I want done. Like I wanted these items completed, and so they came back to me with a counter of crediting me, so not doing any of the repairs, crediting me $2,500. So immediately, like I had already been on the fence because the night before I was talking to John about it and just wondering, like it's not, I think I said it in this video, it's not to make a lot of money off of this property. Like it's just not the plan. Yeah, I just don't really have that expectation with this. It's more of like a passion project, I guess you could say. And I think like with all the work that it's going to entail, I just don't know if I want to focus on that You know, I have a real estate business. I'm wanting to do photography still, like 110%. I'm just not sure about like the house aspect of it and the Airbnb aspect of it and renting out to photographers and et cetera. Like that's a whole other full-time job. And I'm really, like, to be completely honest and transparent with you, like, I'm trying to back off on real estate a bit. I'm trying to focus more on photography and just doing something that I enjoy. It's not really about the money, and more so focusing on starting a family and just spending time with my friends, spending time with my family, and just hobbies, spending time with John, and yeah, starting a family. So I just think adding this onto my plate, I'm not sure is realistic. I just drafted up and emailed over a cancellation form. So that gives you a little idea of kind of where we're at right now. I'm exploring retail spaces or commercial spaces for this, but I'm not I don't have like anything concrete to share with you right now, but you guys are just gonna have to stay tuned with me throughout this journey. I don't know if it will turn into anything, but I definitely want to be able to share with you my process. So although this house did not work out, you know, maybe something else will land on my plate in the future. I feel like it'd be awesome if I had like another woman to do this with that was passionate in it with me. I don't know if I don't feel confident being able to do it myself. Okay, so anyways, thank you so much for watching this video, and stay tuned for, I guess, what's to come.